Well, we're back from our walk and we timed it well because it's just started to rain, just a pitter-patter a little bit. So my friend's dad in Heaton Park, get out of here you muddy dog, bashing rhododendrons, which is good, nice bit of conservation. Quite tempted to go and join in, but right now I've got to bath the dog. So a few people have asked me since we've had Poppy why we keep her clipped so short. Because Cavaliers are supposed to have long fluffy ears and fluffy tails and fluffy legs and fluff. And they don't shed, they don't blow their coat like some dogs do. So let me show you the colour of the water, or rather the colour of her legs. Can you see that? Yes, we can see you. And that's a good day where she's not got particularly muddy. Stand up. If you imagine that kind of mud in layers and layers of fur, she's a nightmare to wash. And when you have successfully washed her, it takes days to dry unless you blow dry her, which is what I do when her hair's a bit longer. Excuse you, she just burped. However, there is something called Alabama rot going round, and it's typically picked up from woodland mud. So if your dog is muddy, as Poppy is currently, just showering her off, the surest way of avoiding Alabama rot infection is to wash off woodland mud as soon as you get back, because it's something, they don't know what causes it yet, they've not identified whatever it is that makes it happen. But if you get back from a walk and wash your dog, you're less likely to get Alabama rot. And there's some correlation between dark coated dogs and Alabama rot, and they think it's because the owners don't see the mud on the dog, so they don't think it needs a wash. But she's a blondie, so it's very obvious when she's covered in mud. So I'm going to give her a quick rinse. I'm going to put you down because I can't do this one-handed. And we use white dog shampoo, so she's shiny clean. Good morning. It's the next day. I've taken James to school. Stephen's got the tram to work, and I'm putting my boots on because I'm racing the elements to get the front garden mowed. Because we've put young fruit trees in, you don't want them to have to compete with grass. So I'm just going to mow the bases of the trees. In fact, I'm going to mow the whole thing, I think. And I thought I'd show you how we're doing. Here's the chickens. Say hi, girls. So since you've seen us last, we've extended Henko by another however many, 4.5. And also it now goes across the path to that wall, so that this is going to be my garden bed. What else has changed? Let's see. This is going to be spinach, so this was the kids' water play. I've got clematis planted that hopefully will grow up and across Henko to make it less offensive. This I've sprinkled with herbs, seeds, although I don't know if it's going to do anything. This temporary barrier is just to keep James and the dog off it, but Mr. Hedgehog, who lives under there, has been in most nights. We've got flowers going in there, muddy puddle here, lots of birdseed here, and then she thinks unmentionables are going to happen. You know what they are. We've got cabbage and broccoli, courgette, chilies and peas. Oh, and basil at the bottom. And the hanging baskets this year, which have got a random stick in. Let's pull that out. These are going to have herbs in as well. So there'll be herbs in the herb patch, hopefully going mental. We're a bit close then, sorry about that. And then herbs in the hanging baskets. Going for a food forest vibe. So excuse the traffic noise. This is the front garden. Got wildflowers growing in here. This is a Daphne that Eleanor got me. This is a plum tree, and it's got little tiny buds on it. I don't know if you can see. Got a black currant, a wild poppy, the apple tree, got tiny weeny buds on it. This plum tree has got leaves on it, that's exciting. And this apple tree's got leaves on it. The hazelnut has got tiny buds, which is exciting, they're all over the place. This is a berry, can't remember which one. Another berry bush, another berry bush, another berry bush, another berry bush. This one is going to be goji berry, which is exciting. So now I'm going to mow the lawn. So, as you saw, the motor blew up on the fly mow and it started to smoke a bit. So I've asked my next door neighbour if he can look at it. He's good at fixing old tools and repairing stuff. And if not, we need a new fly mow. So I've just trimmed the front a little bit. It's not really a super detailed do, but I just wanted to get on top of it, you know, before it turns into a triffity jungle, because we've got the spring weather now, sun, rain, and the grass is just going, I'm gonna grow, which is great, but you know, got to keep on top of these things. So next, I need to clean out the chickens and put some mud bark chippings on what will be the veg bed. Come and join me. So the primary purpose of this 10 bob swerve of a wheelbarrow was for this job, because you wouldn't think that much bedding and poo came of this tiny house. And previously I'd have to fill bucket after bucket after bucket and go to the compost. So, I've had a shower, just putting James's shoes in the rucksack. I need to get to my doctor's appointment. So, as ever, I try and multitask. So if I'm leaving the house for one thing, I try and make sure to get 2, 3, 4 things done. The house is a state, but I did garden jobs this morning, so that's fine. So right now, doctors. Then I've got to go to Matalan. Oh, I need the slip of paper for Matalan to pick up some stuff that Stephen's ordered for James. And then, what else do I need? A new pair of school trousers from Matalan. There's the order form. And then I need to go to the cobblers and drop James's shoes in. And a lot. Oh, I need some canes for the fruit trees in the garden. And then I think it's school run. We'll see how much we get done. Come with me, I'll see you in a bit. Public vlogging alert. So it's nearly time to pick James up. I'm sorry if it's windy. And I've brought the dog for a walk to the park. I've just come across a woman back there, lying on the floor caressing a cat. Like on a public floor, not like in her own garden. And she looked very surprised to find me. But now I can't let Poppy off in case she goes back to Savage the cat. It's very peculiar. Oh hi! Some time has passed since we saw you last. Ugh! So funny story. Let me start from the top. So we went and got James from school. Went to the park with his friends. It was fun, wasn't it, James? It's really hot. It's like 22.5 degrees. So he stripped off, put some sun cream on, had a lovely sunny time. I'm sat in a car park of a supermarket now, feeling very self-conscious about talking to my little camera. Anyways, we had to bribe him and his friends out of the park. It was me and another mum. And his little chum from school, his little girl in his class, was only tiny, and she was holding Poppy's lead, and it was all going swimmingly. We were nearly back to the car, which was round the corner from the park, and Poppy saw a cat across the road. So I managed to yell at the little girl to drop the lead. Poppy ran across the road, I ran across the road, James followed me across the road, everyone ran across the road. Luckily there was another grown-up there. Why did Poppy run across the road?
Can I have it?
What was she chasing?
A pussycat.
She was chasing a pussycat. Luckily Poppy chased the cat into the school grounds, which we were walking past, and we know everyone at the school, and the gates were open and we could retrieve the dog. All of the after school club saw it. James's little friend was creasing laughing. He thought it was hilarious that his sister nearly got dragged across the road and the dog was barking, that the cat was doing comedy cat noises like meow. So yeah, that happened, which was great. And then we've come to pick up Stephen from the other end of town, and then we're going to go home and have some pizza, and I might have a cold beer because it's 22 degrees, yeah. Welcome to day 3. I'm echoing because I'm near the cooker. Welcome to day 3 of this unexpectedly long vlog. So, no work today. I'm going to take Poppy for another walk. I thought I might as well bring you with me, as I didn't end the vlog yesterday. And perhaps I'll remember to end it today, and perhaps I'll edit it. You never know. So I don't know where to go. Should we go to the park? Yeah. She wants to go to the park. There's a little squirrel on the log over there. Hello. Poppy sees you, she's going to go mental. You're up in the tree now with the light behind you. Very Instagram worthy. Aww, stretchy squirrel. So we've been in the park 2 minutes. Poppy's already been in a fight. A little fluffy dog tried to bite her. She's not kind. She had a fight in the park the other day as well. The dogs of North Manchester have got a bit of a tood problem. Oh well. I've noticed she's slowed down a bit. I don't know if it's because she's had 2 big walks in 2 days. She's not going very far today. Maybe that other dog scared her. We'll see. It's possibly quieter today than it was the other day when it was rainy. Well, not rainy, cloudy. It's very nice though. Look at this. Ah, beautiful. She's perked up a bit since her encounter with the aggro ball of fluff. Listen to the birdies. We're back from our little walk. I've just put the kettle on for a brew because I'm parched. It's really lovely out there. And I just thought I'd show you what we picked up from the park. We've got some Heaton Park honey. So it's Manchester honey from Manchester beekeepers. It's the Dower House. You go in St Margaret's entrance, there's a giant play area on the right, and on the left is the Dower House. And it's where the Beekeepers Association HQ is. So there's lots of lovely nerdy bee lovers in there. They make Manchester honey. It's not blended with any crap from around the world, and they're all hobbyists, they're all volunteers. So I've left my details, this is very exciting, growing the homestead. I've left my details to maybe have a hive placed in the garden and have one of the hobbyists place a hive and be paid in honey, which works for me. I hate honey, Stephen loves it, but you know, I might like Manchester honey. Might not taste like bee vomit. We'll see. So that's today's exciting development, and I think what I'm going to do now is have a little cup of tea. I think you're a bit dirty. There we go. I'm going to have a cup of tea and maybe try and edit this footage. So this is me finishing a vlog. Dun dun dun! I know. So let's see how far we get. Cup of tea, bit of laptop time, if all else fails. Just going to go and lie in the sun. Okay, see you in a bit. Bye!